So I'm finally getting some time to start on this CLS55 AMG that I've had around for a month or two. And wanted to go over some of the stuff I'm going to be doing with it and the plan down the road for it. This car isn't going to be getting the full balls to the wall performance, treatment that I usually do to the vehicles, just because I'm not honestly sure of the market on the modified CLS vehicles. I don't know how strong it is, and I don't want to get too far into it. So this is pretty much just going to be a cosmetic enhancement or facelift on this car. I might mess around with the exhaust a little bit just to get some more noise out of it, but that's probably going to be about the extent of the performance stuff going on with it. So I got a few packages in the mail here. Let's go over what I got. I'll show you what I've come to find out about the best parts for it. This first package or part here is going to be the carbon fiber rear diffuser for the rear bumper. And I always do these on the SLs that I make or build, and it just really updates the rear end of the car and makes it look a lot more aggressive and racy. There's two different styles of this diffuser you'll find on the internet, and I believe this one to be the best fitting and the best looking of the two. The second style has two additional pieces that come off of these sides. It'll wrap down around here on this side. And same thing over here. It wraps down around the side on the rear of the vehicle. And from what I've read and what I've seen pictures of, that style doesn't fit nearly as nice as this one. Those additional side pieces don't lay completely flat or contour the rear bumper, and they leave a gap in between the bumper and the diffuser. I'll show you how this one actually fits. So the one that I purchased will actually take place of this black plastic trim piece that comes from the factory. This piece will actually come off of the bumper, and then that diffuser will sit inside this same area of which this original piece sits. So it'll look like it's supposed to be there. It's not additional, like tacked on or added on piece, where the other diffuser kind of looks that way to me personally. And they give you some 3M double-sided tape with this diffuser, but for something this large and this heavy, well, it's not really that heavy. It's maybe 3 to 5 pounds, but for something this large, I'm gonna, like I do with the SL all the time, I'll take the rear bumper off and go through the rear of the bumper with some self-tapping screws, which pretty much will guarantee that this diffuser never is going to fall off the vehicle. It's going to be pretty much a piece of the vehicle for as long as it's around, and don't have to worry about that tape ever losing adhesion or moisture getting behind there and having that possibly fall off. So that's the first piece. The second modification here is something that I just did for the first time on that silver SL in the previous videos, if you've ever seen the videos on that car. And this will be the carbon fiber mirror housings. I was so pleased at the quality of these mirrors and the fitment that I couldn't pass up the opportunity to throw them on this CLS here. Since I'm kind of going for the aggressive theme on this car with the darker wheels and darker bits and pieces and lots of carbon fiber. They really pop, against a light colored car, silver, white, red, and they're going to look really nice. They have that same claw style LED turn signal indicator there as the ones on the SL. So this will look really good. The third piece here, get this out. Is a carbon fiber rear spoiler, and the car already has a rear spoiler on it, but it's just painted body color, which is nice. I mean, it's fine, there's nothing wrong with it, but with that rear diffuser out back, I want to put some more carbon fiber on there. So this spoiler is going to come off of the vehicle. If anyone out there has a CLS 500 and they want this silver spoiler, shoot me a message. We'll work something out. I'm not going to have any use for it. But that new spoiler is going to go right here in place of that one. It's a little bit wider this way than the factory spoiler. Nothing obnoxious. It just looks, a little more aggressive than the stock one, obviously, which is fine. So that's that piece. And then we got one more. Let's show you. And that is this single fin front grille. I'll take it out of the bag here. And that's what that looks like. I'll show you. Try to get both of the original grille and this grille in the picture here. The stock grille has three fins on it, which is fine as well, but I like the black. It just gives it much more contrast as compared to that silver color. So that's the last one here. The two other things that aren't pictured here, are in the car or on the car right now, are the calipers, which I've taken off, completely off the vehicle. And I've taken those to my local powder coater. And he's going to completely disassemble and strip down the calipers and then give them a powder coating of gloss red again. And I've seen people spray paint or paint the calipers on the car. And to me personally, they never come out as nice. You can get a real nice finish with paint. But on something where inside of the wheel where there's always rocks constantly traveling around inside that wheel, those calipers do have a tendency to get chipped very easy when it's paint. Whereas powder coat, it almost hardens like a plastic, and it's almost like an indestructible finish, to be honest. I mean, on something that sees that much debris and dust and everything like that, powder coating is honestly the only way to go and the correct way to go when you're going to change the color of the brakes. And lastly, you can see what's not on the vehicle right now. The headlights, left and right. So I've taken them completely off of the car. I've opened them up, split them apart, and I'm going to paint some of the inside chrome pieces on the headlights. Probably a matte black. You don't want to use a gloss black on the headlight trim, just because the plastic cover on the headlight is already glossy enough, and when you put two glossy pieces together, it just kind of loses each other in the reflections. So by doing the inside of the housing matte black and then having the clear plastic glossy piece over top of it, you'll be able to see all the lines and curves and everything inside the headlights. And it's not going to be a complete blackout. To be honest, I think that looks kind of gaudy, especially on a car like this. To each his own, though. So it's just going to be some pieces painted black. I'm going to leave some chrome, some silver inside the headlights, just like on the SL that I did. So you can still see the original design, but it's just going to be enhancing it, is all. So that's really about it. Oh, I got a new set of wheels and tires also coming for this car. From what I've told and what I've seen, these original 19-inch CLS wheels are super desirable for E55s. If anyone's looking for a set of these, I'll have them for sale pretty soon. The tires are Yokohama, and they're honestly like almost new. I'd say they're probably about 85-90% tread. There's a nice tires on there, brand new. So I said if anyone's looking for those, I'll leave my email in the description below. Shoot me an email, we'll work something out on the wheels and tires. Otherwise, I'm going to get cranking on this. I'll come back with an update. Maybe in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, I should be done with this car, have it up for sale, ready to go. The Silver SL should also be done, I want to say about 2.5 weeks. I'm just having trouble getting a hold of the tuner and the dyno place that I go to and trying to get both on the same page so I can rent some dyno time there and also work with my tuner at the same time. So that's all the updates and everything that's going on here. I hope everyone enjoys their weekend. Be safe.